Check out this one. People who've done way too many psychedelics and now have a very shaky grip on reality. This is going to become very common. Legal weed is going to turn millions into schizophrenics who hear voices in their head. This isn't a joke. People's minds are getting destroyed. That's a bit excessive, but I do agree with the fact that people's minds are getting destroyed, and more people are going to be using psychedelics, LSD, psilocybin. This does destroy the mind, and it can flip a switch. Methamphetamines as well. I've seen it happen in the real world, right before my eyes. I've seen people go from a normal, sane person to fully schizophrenic as a response to these drugs. It's very real. Fascinating to me how psychedelics are being pushed so hard right now, so hard. So there's the psychedelic drug aspect of the ontological warfare. There's the social media aspect of the ontological warfare. There's the medicinal aspect, this whole new push towards virology and theoretical computer-generated models, et cetera, et cetera. It's all fluff. It's all simulated. We're going towards this fully simulated world. Check this out. An existential reformation through digitization. All human economies, currency, environment, experience, communication, interaction, mobility, or presence. All digitized, guys. You know what this means? Everything simulated. Everything. Think about this. Think deeply about this. Simulating literally everything. War on the mind. Yeah, exactly, Mo. Good to see you. By digitizing reality and experience, all becomes artificial and simulated. Origin and essence becomes fully unknown, such that magic is the only acceptable explanation for most things. We're here. We are here. Next 10 years will describe this precisely. Wait for it. You heard it here. Wait for it. What are the consequences? What are the results of digitizing all human economies? Simulating everything. Everything becomes artificial. Yes, Joshua Nunn. This is the danger of the simulation theory, is it produces this precise scenario where nothing is real. Therefore, you lose your mind and you become merely an extension of the machine. And that's the goal from the very beginning. And then we think of psychedelics, and we have to go into the technocratic progressive new media. Lex Friedman being one of the prime suspects in this. Of course, right after Joe Rogan, we did the techno-paganism show back in 2019 about this. Now I return to the idea. Here we are. Lex Friedman pushing DMT like crazy. LSD, mushrooms, it's all about. And of course, who does he interview? None other than the man behind MAPS, the MK Ultra mind control program. It's all happening. Schizophrenia and drugs and psychedelics inherently are supernatural demonology and spiritism. There's the esoteric and the exoteric. The drugs, the psychology, that's all exoteric. The esoteric aspects of these things are true spiritism, supernatural, goings on, demonology. It's so crazy how they're just unleashing all of this. And everyone thinks these guys are cool, and they think this stuff is cool and hip. They have no idea where it's going. It's not looking good, that's for sure. All right. Now, let me show you this video here. It's by Gaia. Perfect example of what I mean. We're moving towards the mystery religions all over again. They're using science, pseudoscience, non-empirical science, data-driven epistemology, and spiritism and magic, and of course, aliens, to convince us that, for one, God isn't real. The Bible is some nonsense some man wrote. But really, there's all types of entities, principalities, powers, that we need to join forces with. Check this out, man. This is a whole movement happening now. The New Age on YouTube is exploding right now. I'm going to say it right now. A lot of the atheists, former atheists, a lot of these current agnostics, they're watch, all moving towards New Age thought. all moving towards New Age perspectives. It's happening now. It's a new movement, and it's going to be massive. It's already here. Check this out.
In December 2020, retired Israeli security chief said there is a Galactic Federation and they're staying hidden right now because we're not ready for them.
The Galactic Federation are concerned.
Paul Hellyer told me we had extraterrestrials helping our scientists on Earth at bases, and there was full cooperation.
The Galactic Federation is comprised of countless species and civilizations.
These are all intelligences that are influencing our technology, our consciousness.
There it is. Technology and consciousness. This leads towards the singularity, and it is very possible that aliens will be used, or some type of entity, maybe even some type of AI or AI alien, as those minds behind the technology. Remember, everything they're going to show us is going to be rendered to magic, such that they can give us the origin of that magic. Consciousness, the mind, life, living, technology, AI, simulation, singularity. It's all happening. Pay attention.
Is comprised of countless species and civilizations.
These are all intelligences that are influencing our technology, our consciousness.
There was a reptilian that was part of this war over our species.
The Galactic Federation started as a defense treaty from reptilian expansion into our galaxy.
The Galactic Federation is trying to help us.
They're out there, and they are watching.
There's not only one Galactic Federation, there are federations all over the place in the universe.
Very important. Let me make this clear. All New Age movements right now, simulation theorists, cosmologists, etc., all are preparing the minds for this as the origin story. It's all happening. This been going on, but now they're unleashing it because we're so screwed up mentally and spiritually. The ontological warfare, in a sense, is not necessarily complete, but it's broken society down such that they're begging for answers, direction. I believe COVID really set all of this up. It broke everybody down. And everyone's so disconnected from each other now, from family, from friends, from themselves. People will believe anything at this point. Not to mention all the nonsense going on the news. New project in Vegas. Have you guys heard of the big ball? Yeah, check this out. This guy, alien invasion written all over it, guys. Oh, sorry. I didn't know they had some music on here. Let me turn this music down. Look at this. This is Vegas, man. Look at that. That is not edited. Okay. Do you guys know about this? Check this out. I got some more. Hold up. So this is like a massive. It's like a massive screen shaped like a ball, basically. Are you guys familiar with this? It's wild, right? Yeah. Check this out. Look at this one. We're turning reality into an LSD trip. That's why we have to pay attention to why they're pushing psychedelics so much. Not just for the MAPS programming and literal mind control and remote mind control, which is a whole project that involves nanoparticles, and we'll get to that because I'm still doing research there. It's kind of crazy, but just convincing people that it's cool to live in like an acid trip. That's where we're going with regard to this immersive stuff. Look at this. Imagine in a plane looking down at that, or driving and seeing that. Look at this. It's absolute insanity. There's nothing cool about this. Well, okay, it does look kind of cool, I guess. But no, bro, this isn't it. What is going on with reality, or lack thereof? I'd mentioned COVID and the scamdemic being a big part of this like shift in perspective and understanding and trust, et cetera, et cetera. But now we have this whole optical illusions. If you go to downtown New York, they have these big like Web3 style virtual like, I don't even know what to call these things, but it looks 3D. I've shown you guys some of these in the past. It's just crazy. It's like why they're literally trying to create an immersive experience with our environment before we even get the damn goggles on our heads and we start playing in these little Web3 worlds. They're trying to make our physical environment like this first, just to initiate us into it. Distraction, clearly, Edward. Yes, definitely. There's distractions everywhere. But wouldn't you say also that they're like forcing this immersive stuff onto us by changing our environments into these weird virtual like 3D? It's just what, dude? I mean, I know what they're doing, but at the same time, I can't help but get bothered by it. Then there was this one. This one was real freaky, man. This is from Las Vegas locally. I couldn't believe this. Talk about all seeing eye. They letting it all hang out. Look at this. Can you believe that? That's crazy. That's so disturbing. How is that acceptable? I don't understand. Think of that. Look, say you were staying there. What is that? The Palazzo? Not Bellagio. Is that Palazzo? It's kind of hard to read that. Say you're staying in that hotel there and you're looking outside and that's all you see all night. There's a big old eye looking at you. Portals, yeah. They just setting us up. And of course, they're starting in Sin City. For those that don't believe in that stuff, don't believe. It's real. And you'll see it. Sure enough, it's happening. It's coming. You're all going to witness. Matter of time.
It's positioned in one of the world's driest and hottest deserts. But that hasn't stopped Las Vegas going from a small railway outpost to a city of over 2.2 million people that now welcomes over 42 million tourists in a typical year. Vegas's ability to reinvent itself time and again has seen it transform from an escape for the builders of the Hoover Dam into America's playground, and the only city in the world where you can see the Eiffel Tower. Its latest offering, developed by Madison Square Garden Entertainment and located just off the strip behind the Venetian, is unlike anything anywhere else on Earth. Known as the MSG Sphere, the $1.8 billion spherical entertainment venue will stand 112 metres tall, contain 17,500 seats, and feature the largest and highest resolution LED screen in the world. That's 19,000 by 13,500 pixels.
I truly believe this is really setting up this immersive virtual experience culture. This is like a virtual experience movie theater where they're going to shove thousands of people in here and it's going to become an attraction where people from all over the country and world are going to go to experience this. But what they aren't realizing is that it's in one way creating a culture of this type of entertainment and experience, but it's also initiating them into the process of immersive realities. This is slowly but surely working us out of reality and into this new world.
In case you were wondering, the screen covers an area larger than 3 football fields, wrapping up, over and behind the stage to give the audience a fully immersive experience that's 100 times clearer than today's best HD TVs. Outside, the building's going to be covered with 54,000 square metres of programmable lighting, giving those who can't get in a show of their own.
Wow.
But the MSG Sphere is more than just a high-definition screen. Using an advanced acoustic system known as beamforming technology, multiple audio streams can be delivered directly to individual seats simultaneously, while an infrasound haptic system will use vibrations to enable guests to quite literally feel the sound around them.
There it is. Everything confirmed, as we've been stating here for so long, introducing the general population to haptics, the final stage in immersive reality that mimics and simulates all your senses from touch, smell, etc., etc. Here it is, guys. I'm telling you, All of this stuff, it's not entertainment. If you guys follow this channel and follow this work, all of this is probably busting light bulbs over your head. It's all here, but given to us little bit by little bit through entertaining ventures. And it's always these same places: Vegas, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, New York. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. It's here.
It's not just those experiences that are unique. The way the building is being built is also unlike anything seen before.
Because, see, most people won't even be interested in haptic technology and all of this immersive stuff. So they bring it to us. They bring it to us. If you build it, they will come.
Work first began in 2018 with the drip
Y'all get
of
the point. Y'all get the point.
Placed on top. The 32 steel truck.
Y'all get the point. All this money, they putting all this money into it for something. This is bigger than entertainment. This is cultural creation. This is civilization changing technology. And this is just a foot in the door piece of tech. This little ball thing, introductory, initiation, getting people used to, acclimated to, even getting people into these kind of experiences, because it's going to be intense. Once people see this stuff, they're going to want to see it again. Yeah, I won't be interested either, Sabrina. I'm telling you. Because I know what this stuff is. I know its purpose. I know precisely where they're going with it all. Once this kind of stuff gets popular, people are going to want their own little glasses where they can see this stuff all the time. I'm telling you guys, you'll see. You'll see. All right. Now, let's go to the Coke House. A bump, a 2, a 3, a 4. 8 ball round the doors. I'm telling, listen, this, I saw this story. I started cracking up. What movie just came out a few months ago? Y'all know. Cocaine Bear. I thought that was crazy, ridiculous. Apparently some real story. A bear sniffed some cocaine from, one of these. What was his name? Pablo Escobar. I'm telling you, man. I thought this was so funny. I didn't read my notes here, or actually. Yeah, that's fine. Before we jump into that, let me just read this quickly here on my notes. I have optical illusions, basically hallucination. That's what this leads to, hence the schizophrenia and all of that. If they play with our reality enough, we start to blur the lines between what's real and what we think we're perceiving and what we are actually perceiving. Replacing transcendental meaning, purpose, with superfluous, ephemeral experience. Think about this. Grounded reality, objective material, interactivity, communication, right? Contact, physical contact, as an example. Place, being in a physical place, right? Think about this. Replacing all of those old ways of existing, right? Those old ways of existing, replacing those with superfluous, ephemeral experience. Superfluous everywhere, all over the place, constantly changing. Ephemeral, never staying the same, coming in, going. Protopian, the blind now. Pathogenic presence. Scrolling disease as an example of pathogenic presence. Constantly scrolling, going nowhere, endlessly, exponentially experiencing, but going nowhere. Completely removed from what happened in the past, unable to even see the future because you're stuck in this ever-present moment of scrolling to see more and more and more and more and more. This does something to the brain. It will do something to the entire society over time. And it will only get worse considering the conditioning and the addiction that it produces. So what it does is it replaces transcendental meaning and purpose with instant gratification. Nothing matters anymore. Why have transcendence? Why have meaning? Why have purpose when I'm getting all this stuff now? in the moment, constant change, constant fun, constant pleasure. Think about this. Why have God? Why think about anything like that when I'm in my immersive experience where I'm having my own personal Nozikian experience machine? We all have the experience machine in our palm. But it's nothing, actually. Wait till these glasses get better and wait till they connect it to Web3. The real experience machine will be here. It's coming. We don't have to accept it. I'm going to try my best to present ways to avoid it, right? Those of us who are parents and have families, we are already doing the work. We are preparing that future that is outside of this. Not to say they'll be ignorant of it, but they'll still be human. They'll still be able to connect. They'll still be able to hold physical books and read them and find joy. They'll seek people to discuss things in person. They'll still be in touch with who they are as humans, opposed to those who will be completely consumed by the fake and the unreal, the virtual, the immersive, far removed and detached from anything real, in exchange for an extended reality that is quite the opposite of reality as we've always known it. Reality proper, should I say. What happens? Longevity and posterity, heritage, lineage, history, culture, meaning, God, faith, obsolesced by the blind now. With the longevity, with the posterity, with lineage, heritage, culture, belief, faith, etc., transcendence, you get security. It's secure. You have a foundation to stand on, a flat ground to feel. The superfluous, ephemeral, immersive experiences of constant change in the blind now gives you nothing but insecurity, constant state of insecurity by design. So you can be controlled, you can be nudged and guided wherever their technology goes. And you only know what the technology knows.
レイン、ずいぶん慣れてきたようだね。ワイヤードとの付き合い。
うん。
一つだけ忠告しておこう。
え？
ワイヤードはあくまでも情報を伝達し、コミュニケーションするための空間、リアルワールドと混同してはいけない。忠告の意味、わかるかな？
違うよ。
え？
そんなに教会ってきちんとしてないみたいだよ。もうすぐ中に入れるんだよ。フルレンジ、フルモーション。私をメタファライズ。心配しないで。私は私だもん。
そう。